Hi, I'm Shoshana Schuster, and I'm Terry's first child of 3, and I am helping her with her GoFundMe campaign for her stem cell transplant in April 2017 in Moscow, Russia. My mom was diagnosed with MS when I was 1 year old, so I don't really remember her not having MS. I do remember many things as a kid when she was not like how she is now, and it really just progressed over the years, and now it's like progressing faster. I used to go to birthday parties at the Skate King, where you roller skate in circles at this skate rink and eat pizza and play video games. She actually put skates on and went, and she held on the wall in the beginning, but she did it because I wanted her to, and there was no falling. I fell a few times. I was like 7, but hey, you learn your lesson. But everyone had fun. And then, later on in the summer, we had a membership at the local pool club. It had a deep end with a diving board. I really liked that. I was a gymnast growing up, and I like to do backflips. And I asked her, "Hey, Mom, can you go off the diving board, like right after me?" She's like, "Okay." And I was like, "Seriously? It's going to be really embarrassing." But she did, and it was awesome. She did like plug her nose and just went down and came back up. And I was like, "Cool, you did it." She's like, "Yep, did it because you asked me to." And then later on, as the years came, a year ago, my boyfriend and I bought our first house together, and it's out in Tacoma, Washington, and it's a 1 level. There's 3 steps to get to the front door, and she and lovely Selva and my grandma came over to see the house, and she had to walk up the steps, and it took her like 5 minutes to get up the steps with a little bit of help. But I really, kind of what I'm saying here is later it got harder for her. And I really just want her to be able to just come over and walk up the steps and come inside without having to use her cane or hold the side rail. Or worst case, me have to get a wheelchair ramp to have my mom come over. And that doesn't really sound normal because, my mom isn't even old. And when you think people in wheelchairs or walkers, you think they're like 100 and they can't walk because they're just old. No, my mom has a disease that eats up her nerves, so she can't pick up her foot to walk. And it's really hard because I worry about her every day. She could fall. I mean, she lives alone. She could fall and no one would know. Like, what happens? So I really don't want my mom in a wheelchair ever. I don't want her to be not able to drive herself anywhere or putting herself at risk just walking. Because then if she falls and she doesn't have help, like, what could happen? I mean, so I would hope that this stem cell transplant does exactly what it's supposed to do, if not more, and get my mom back. Basically mobile, where she can be independent and walk. I mean, that seems so simple. You don't think about like bending over to pick up a small dog, because me and my sister Galia have little dogs that my mom adores, and bend over and pet them. My mom has a really hard time like leaning over to pet the dog because it's really hard to get back up. But she would love to be able to just lean over and pet the dogs. And yeah, I just really hope that my mom can be healthy and normal and not trip. So please help my mom with her GoFundMe so she can get a stem cell transplant and she can have her life back. Thank you.